Hello there, it's Terri Nicholson. This is day 38 of my 90-day video documentary. I'm here with my baby Jet, who's 7 and a bit months old. Today I want to talk about elimination communication, or nappy-free, or natural infant hygiene. It's got a bunch of different names. But basically it's about acknowledging that our babies do have awareness of their own elimination needs, and they can communicate, and we can communicate with them and they can understand. And it's nothing new to many cultures in the world, but to in Western cultures, it's often a completely new concept. We just have become so reliant on nappies and the whole disposable nappy industry. It's incredibly wasteful and often just really not necessary. So I was lucky enough to come across this just before the birth of our first child 9 years ago. And we've done this with each of our children, which is just literally tuning in. They have a whole bunch of, you get to know their timing, how often they need to go. You get to tune into their communication, which is through different signs, different facial expressions, different sounds they make. And you get to recognise their language around this, the same as you'd recognise particular sort of set of signs when they're really tired. You'd go, okay, my baby's tired, or different ones for when they're hungry. Like you're able to recognise that, and so it's just expanding your awareness to include their signs around their elimination needs and responding to them. So the way we have done that is that you just hold them in this supported squat position over a vessel, so a container, or even over the toilet, wherever it is that or over a potty, wherever it is you choose to offer them that opportunity, and you just make a cueing sound to say, it's not about forcing them to be, toilet trained. It's about tuning into them and respecting and communicating with them. So in this position, you hold them in the position and make a sound. We made pss, pss, this kind of sound, which is basically saying, now's a good time if you're ready. So. And not pushing it if they're not. They clearly kind of push their legs out straight if they're not ready, and you just back off. It's not about forcing them to go, it's about communication. And so it's just incredibly rewarding. It's beautifully bonding to know that you're meeting your child's needs, and there's just so many benefits. It's more hygienic, they're not learning or being taught to eliminate into their clothing and then having to unlearn that later. It makes so much sense. And just environmentally, to not be using disposables or cloth nappies, which need a lot of water for washing, and in this country especially, Australia, with our limited water resources often, it's just fantastic to sort of sidestep this whole disposable versus nappies and the waste that's produced from that. So I just wanted to introduce that concept and to let people know about that. If you haven't heard about it, just Google it, look it up. There's some fantastic resources. Dr. Sarah Buckley is a fantastic GP here in Australia who's really educating people about this option as well, and to know that it's not something you have to just take on full time. You can be flexible, and babies are incredibly adaptable. So some people choose to do this at home but not when they go out, or choose to do it in the daytime but not at night. But it is consistent with the philosophy of attachment parenting and tuning into your baby, responding promptly to their needs, that kind of thing. So you do have to, it does work better if you have that that kind of philosophy around your parenting. So I think it's incredibly exciting, and it's been really a beautiful thing for us and our family. It's really worked for us, and I really support people to have a go at it. And the first time to try it is when they wake up after a sleep, because like adults, if we have a big sleep, we wake up, you need to go to the toilet. It's a normal physiological thing. So it's a really easy way to start, is when your baby wakes up from a pee. Naturally, normally they don't urinate when they're asleep. So, you know, they usually rouse out of that sleep to do that. So when they wake, just hold them over a vessel and make that cueing sound, and it blows people away. They'll just let go, and you know, you can. So it means that you can be catching a number of peas and their poos, and then it just reduces a lot of the nappy situation, and it creates a lovely sense of communication with your baby. So I just wanted to share that that's possible, and give you a starting point if you're interested at all. I'd love to talk about it, so message me if you like, through the comments under the YouTube video or through Facebook. My page is facebook.com/Terri J Nicholson, and yeah, I just think it's really important for people to know that it's an option, and it can be a part-time option, but it's one that's fantastic. I'll leave it at that. See you tomorrow on day 39 or 40. I'm kind of losing track, but see ya. Bye for now. Bye, JB Jet. See ya.